Han Li originated in the mortal realm, cultivating step by step to the nascent soul stage before stepping into the spirit realm. Since the mortal realm was his starting point, Han Li focused primarily on cultivation. After reaching the nascent soul stage, although Han Li became powerful, his identity remained that of an elder of the Luoyun sect. He did not establish his own independent foundation. Upon entering the spirit realm, Han Li remained a rogue cultivator during the void refining and body integration stages. Later, upon reaching the Mahayana stage, Han Li became a top cultivator in the spirit realm and established the Qingyuan Palace on Yuanhe Island in the Boundless Sea, truly establishing his own foundation. So, just how powerful was the foundation of the Qingyuan Palace established by Han Li? Ein Guardian Array and Puppetry. The Qingyuan Palace, being a major power, required strong defenses. First, every sect has a guardian array. The Qingyuan Palace's guardian array is called the Two Elements 10,000 Guiding Array. This restrictive array was set up by Han Li based on ancient arrays, utilizing the advantages of its location. Qingyuan Palace is located on Yuanhe Island in the Boundless Sea, a gigantic island spanning tens of thousands of miles. Beneath this island lie several large magnetic light veins. The Yin-Yang 10,000 attraction array can unleash immense Yin-Yang magnetic light to defend against enemies and can expand outward tenfold. Even a Mahayana cultivator entering this restrictive array can be trapped for a period of time. Yuanhe Island is not the only island in the Boundless Sea. It is an archipelago of over 100 islands. This archipelago belongs to Han Laomor. He discovered magnetic veins beneath other islands and deployed simplified Yin-Yang 10,000 attraction arrays. In this way, the simplified restrictive array resonates with the array on Yuanhe Island, enhancing the power of the magnetic light and greatly expanding the range of the restriction, making the entire Boundless Sea impregnable. The array's wonder and immense power even pleased Han Laomor, who spoke of it with a touch of pride. Furthermore, Qingyuan Palace is staffed with numerous fully armed puppet soldiers who patrol various areas according to fixed routes. Han Li had studied puppets in the mortal realm, and the puppets in the spirit realm were already numerous and powerful. When Han Li was searching for the little spirit heaven, he encountered the early-stage nascent soul cultivator, Ancestor Huashe, on a giant ship. The ship was covered with countless puppets, some of which possessed auras comparable to Huashe himself. For puppets easily captured Ancestor Huashe. Therefore, the puppet combat power of Qingyuan Palace is extremely formidable. Qingyuan Palace is protected by a powerful defensive array, and its interior is patrolled by powerful puppets, making its defense absolutely top tier. Secondly, its resources are incredibly abundant. A sect's resources come from occupying treasure lands, possessing cultivation manuals, magic weapons, materials, pills, spirit stones, and spiritual herbs. First and foremost are spirit stones, essentially the currency of the cultivation world. In the spirit realm, Han Li acquired spirit stones from numerous sources. He obtained 370 million spirit stones from auctioning a single golden thunder bamboo, and also acquired a large number of spirit stones by plundering other cultivators. Then there are spiritual herbs and elixirs. Han Li possesses the little green bottle, which can quickly cultivate various spiritual herbs and elixirs. Yuanhe Island is already rich in spiritual energy, and with a large number of spiritual herbs and elixirs, the spiritual energy becomes even more abundant, making it an absolute treasure land for cultivation. As for other resources, they are also thanks to Han Li, the master of Qingyuan Palace. First, Han Li himself has had many fortuitous encounters, obtaining a large number of rare resources. Second, there are the spoils from Han Li's killing of other cultivators, including many enemy Mahayana cultivators who were annihilated, whose storage bracelets contained a large number of magic tools, talismans, crystals, pills, etc. Han Li has placed all these resources in Qingyuan Palace, and has even specially set up a scripture pavilion and a myriad treasures hall. Later, after Han Li brought Nanggong Wan back from Shaoling Xingshan, Nanggong Wan was stunned when she saw the countless resources and various strange and secret manuals. In fact, Nanggong Wan had spent a long time in the resource-scarce Shaoling Xingshan, and her surprise was not enough to show the richness of Qingyuan Palace's resources. Subsequently, Qingyuan Palace distributed a large number of top-tier cultivation techniques, secret arts, and rare treasures to the human race through various channels. These resources caused the human race's strength to increase rapidly at an alarming rate. Hu Jun, for example, obtained several kinds of elixirs from Qingyuan Palace, which enabled him to become a new Mahayana cultivator. Similarly, the human race's ally, the demon race, also received a small amount of cultivation techniques and elixirs from Qingyuan Palace, leading to a rapid increase in their strength. The fact that Qingyuan Palace's distribution of only a portion of its cultivation techniques and rare treasures caused such a dramatic increase in the strength of both the human and demon races demonstrates the immense power of Qingyuan Palace's resources. 3. The cultivators of Qingyuan Palace. Qingyuan Palace possessed a large number of cultivators, which can be divided into 3 phases. The first phase was during the time when the Mahayana ancestor Han Li was in charge. This was the initial stage, but it already had tens of thousands of human and demon cultivators. The first group of these cultivators was mainly composed of Han Li's 3 disciples, Qi Lingzi, Hai Dashao, and Bai Guaya. With the support of Han Li's abundant elixirs, the 3 rapidly progressed from the Qi refining stage to the nascent soul and deity transformation stages, and finally to the body integration stage. When Qi Lingzi and Hai Dashao became nascent soul cultivators, they each took on a group of disciples, numbering in the hundreds. Because Han Li gave his 3 disciples so many elixirs that they couldn't finish them all, they gave them the ones they didn't need. Combined with the teachings from Qi Lingzi, Hai Dashao, and Bai Guaya, their strength advanced by leaps and bounds, and several core formation cultivators emerged. These were only the initial cultivators of Qingyuan Palace at that time. Han Li hadn't even officially named Qingyuan Palace. Han Li was naturally not satisfied with this number of cultivators. His goal was to continuously expand his followers. By the time Han Li officially named Qingyuan Palace, Yuanhe Island already had several thousand mid to high-level cultivators. Later, Qingyuan Palace had tens of thousands of human and demon cultivators, and it continued to grow. Furthermore, because Qingyuan Palace possessed a strong foundation, the progress of its disciples was extremely rapid. As Han Laomor stated, Qingyuan Palace would inevitably produce a constant stream of disciples at the nascent soul and void refinement stages, with those possessing great potential reaching the integration stage. By the time Han Li ascended to the immortal realm, Yin Yu would already be a Mahayana cultivator, while Bing Feng, Nangong Wan, and Yuan Yao would be at the peak of the integration stage. Qi Lingzi, Hai Dashao, Bai Guara, and Hua Laozu would also be integration cultivators, making Qingyuan Palace powerful enough to dominate the spirit realm. The second stage was after Han Li's ascension, with Yin Yu, Nangong Wan, and Bing Feng presiding over Qingyuan Palace. During this stage, Nangong Wan, Bing Feng, and Yuan Yao all broke through to the Mahayana stage, becoming Mahayana ancestors. Coupled with Qingyuan Palace's vast resources, and the continuous progress of other disciples and cultivators, Qingyuan Palace remained incredibly powerful. The final stage was after Yuan Yao and Nangong Wan ascended to the immortal realm, with Yin Yu and Bing Feng presiding over Qingyuan Palace. At this point, Qingyuan Palace not only boasted 2 Mahayana cultivators, Yin Yu and Bing Feng, but Yanli and Baigoa had also become Mahayana cultivators. Furthermore, Qilingzi and Hai Dashao had both reached the peak of the integration stage, only 1 step away from Mahayana. The cultivation of the others was also progressing smoothly, and the situation was extremely favorable. It should be noted that it was previously very difficult for Mahayana cultivators to enter the spirit realm, and integration cultivators were already considered old monsters. However, Qingyuan Palace had always had Mahayana cultivators stationed there, and there were many integration cultivators as well, making its cultivators incredibly powerful. In summary, Han Li's Qingyuan Palace possessed an incredibly strong foundation and a vast number of cultivators, making it no exaggeration to call it the #1 power in the spirit realm.